You're not understanding the issue. You're not understanding, amen, the concept behind your trials. There's a reason for you, and there's a reason why you're going through the trials in your life. Amen. God is saying, what I was trying to get you to do was stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. What I was trying to do was telling you to keep your faith. What I was trying to tell you to do was hold on. Come on, somebody. Amen. What I was trying to tell you to do was don't give up. Look at them and say, don't you give up. Just hear the music. Very important here. I'm trying to direct and sing in the choir. Amen. You can't direct. Stop trying to do something that you know that you're not in the position to do. Let God handle it. Amen. Let God handle it. You're trying to handle a situation that you can't handle. You can't handle it. You try to handle it. And every time you handle it was a burden. God, this is all I can do. I give it to you. Yeah. I can't handle everything on my own. That's right. You gotta sleep, you gotta eat. Yeah. Come on, somebody. Yeah. God knows your needs. You just gotta stay focused. Amen. Amen, somebody. Amen. If I got caught up in everything that went on in my life, wow, I'd be a wreck. Yep. I wouldn't even want to preach no more. I wouldn't want to lead nothing. That's right. Amen, like. Amen. I wouldn't want to do anything.
Nothing.
I mean, the biggest, I'm talking about, I've lost some good friends. I've lost some family members. I lost my own mom and my dad. I was like, the worst that happened to me. Mm-hmm. I said, there's no way I can even recover from this. But God was saying, you gotta lead. Son, you are a leader. Oh God, it's a bigger platform that you gotta understand. God said, eat the whole roll. But it's better eat it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So it's a reason why you go through the things you're going through. Amen. Things ain't always gonna be so sweet in your life. After you've done all you can, the only thing you can do is stand anyway. Next thing I wanted you to understand right here, we get to a mentality, the way we think that things and people will drive me crazy. That's another mentality. Things and people will drive me crazy. Usually when things drive us crazy, we're taught to walk away or to ignore it. We're taught that. It's crazy. I'm backing up. I'm moving on. I can't handle this. You crazy. This is crazy. I'm done. Amen. I can't handle this. For example, if somebody does something incorrect in their era and they drives us crazy, we shouldn't criticize the person. We should look at the inability to tolerate that error that is being shown. Watch, I'm about to go somewhere with this. What you cannot stand to see is done badly or is in front of you is a reason, because God said there is work there. Now, oftentimes we get to a place to where if you cannot stand it, or get to a place to where, for example, you can't stand the way church functions is. I can't stand the way this is. I can't stand the way that is. Well, do something about it. Be the chief administrator of the church then. If you feel like there's an issue there, don't sit there and complain about something. I got an eye. I see this. I got an eye. Well, if you got an eye, do something about it. Now, you got a brain? Can you got a mouth? Can you say something to me?
Amen, like.
Do something about it. Stop complaining about it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It's very important here. You know, what happens is we get to a place to where we misunderstand. We misunderstand what is really going on. And so what happens right here, amen, our inability to put up with something unless the excellent meaning that something comes from out of the deal. In other words, we get to a place to where, I'm going to say it like this, where God is calling us to be excellent. Right? So I understand that you want to begin to fine-tune things. But my thing is, if you're the solution, if you are the solution, don't be the complaint at the same time. Amen. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It is very, very important, because certain things, yes, it will drive you up the wall. It will drive you crazy. You would need to recognize things in the areas, because now God is saying, I need for you to collectively create passion about it. You know how certain things bother you, and it bothers you, but you don't have the strength to correct it. But the bothering that was there was only collectively created for you to be the one to have the passion for it, to change it. But yet it becomes the torment. It becomes the place to where you don't want it to be. Now you are frustrated with it instead of being passionate about it. Wow. It may be things in your life to where you're like, oh, I can't stand. This is. It becomes a burden. It becomes a burden because you are not being a person or a student of understanding. And so we will look at something instead of understanding, amen, the teaching behind it. I'm use for example for a husband and a wife. Don't teach me if you're unwilling to tolerate my tarnished ways. Amen. Amen. I'm going to go somewhere with this. Don't teach me if you're unwilling to tolerate my tarnished ways. Because truth be told, I understand the issue. I understand the issue because I recognize it. As a matter of fact, oftentimes I find myself at this place. I find myself actually feeling those same emotions that you feel. But if I'm truly delivered, I'm going to understand how it is, because now there is a tolerance of patience that I have because I've experienced and now I'm delivered. Now, if it still bothers me, then that means there's some things about me that I need to see, because there is a mirror that I still see about myself. Because if I was truly delivered from something, I can tolerate it more. Yeah. God tolerated me, and he tolerated my issues. He tolerated the stuff I've been through. How many times? And so now when I see something, I can't stand it. I got a time period with it. I got some issues with it. No, God is saying, son, there's some things even about you that you got to begin to understand about yourself. Amen. Why are you still frustrated with something to where you supposed to like? You're supposed to have a passion for. This is subliminal now. I want y'all to see this. You're supposed to have, amen, a revelation or a passion or an admiring about. What happened to that? You lost your spice. You've lost your place of desiring or, amen, of passion for the things of God. So what happens right here, instead of you sitting there not tolerating me, why won't you teach me? Why won't you show me? Why won't you love me? Why won't you care for me? Why won't you be the example in my life? If you are unstable when you are in your situations, then why teach me stability when you're not stable? If you're unstable, how can you teach me stability? And if you're going to teach me stability when you're not stable, then don't argue about stability. Because your verbal expressions is not showing the message behind it.